Hi everyone, happy Tuesday to you. Thank you for watching KXAN Live News Notes. I'm Amanda Dugan.
And I'm Will DuPree. We're going to talk about all the stories we think you need to know today, and we're going to do it all in about 5 minutes.
Let's get right to it. This is something coming in starting today. 2 of Austin's popular outdoor hangouts. They're now completely off limits, Will.
What we're talking about is Barton Springs Pool and Deep Eddy Pool. They're closed until further notice.
So this is the latest step the city is taking to help stop the spread of the coronavirus.
Austin leaders also plan to close all city parks this holiday weekend. Austin City Health Leader Dr. Mark Escott said there's been a 400% increase in COVID-19 hospitalizations since the beginning of the month.
The city is also putting together a makeshift hospital at the Austin Convention Center in case our current hospitals run out of room.
However, Dr. Escott says people need to take the proper precautions so that we don't ever have to get to that extreme point.
And let's go over those again. Health leaders say that includes wearing a mask and limiting interactions with other people as much as possible. All right, listen to this. Right now, Williamson County does not have a mask ordinance in place, but cities within that county do.
Yeah, just yesterday, Round Rock City Council approved its own mask ordinance. People who violate that order multiple times could face a fine of up to $1,000.
Round Rock's ordinance requires face coverings in public places where social distancing is not possible. It applies to people 10 and older.
And here are the other cities within Williamson County that did the very same thing. So we're talking about Cedar Park, Georgetown, Taylor, and Hutto all announced similar ordinances yesterday. Masks will be required at businesses in those communities.
And we asked Williamson County Judge Bill Gravel if commissioners will implement a county-wide rule. And he said in a statement that the county is very diverse and that what may be appropriate for one city might not be necessary for another. He says it's important for city leaders to decide what is best.
One more to share, Marble Falls and Burnett County will also implement a mask ordinance to protect people from COVID-19.
Oh, hey, right now there are almost 7,000 active cases of COVID-19 in Central Texas.
We're learning that Austin Public Health is investigating 14 different clusters of COVID-19. Remember that a cluster is 3 or more cases from one particular location.
Look at this breakdown our Investigates team put together. 5 clusters are tied to construction sites. At least 25 people are sick. Hospitals, transportation services, and correctional facilities each have 2.
In all, 62 people are involved in these investigations. All clusters were identified between June 11th and June 25th.
There is no doubt that college, university, it's going to look a lot different when we come up on the fall semester. University of Texas leaders fine-tune their plans to open up campus and resume classes for the fall.
So, most big lectures will be offered online now. In-person classes will be capped at 40% capacity, and masks will be required.
Mandatory, as you mentioned, Will. Communal bathrooms will be scheduled and regulated to prevent congregating. Incoming students will still be expected to share a dorm unless they want to pay extra for a single room.
UT is already testing students at its on-campus health services centers. Students who test positive will get a room at an isolation facility if they have nowhere else to go.
And leaders say they plan to really ramp up their approach to be more proactive about finding asymptomatic students.
UT's Dell Medical School is working with the nonprofit We Are Blood to ask Central Texans for more plasma donations.
Yeah, we usually hear about whole blood donations. So We Are Blood says it's been difficult to refill its supply because potential donors have to meet certain requirements before they are allowed to donate.
Critical criteria to become a convalescent plasma donor is 1, you will have to have needed a prior lab tested diagnosis of COVID-19. You'll need to have been at least 14 days without symptoms, and you need to meet all other blood donation criteria.
Requests for the treatment have steadily increased the past 2 weeks.
I actually went to go donate blood yesterday. You got to make an appointment online, and the same goes for plasma, too. Always good ways to help.
That is.
Thank you for joining us here on KXAN Live News Notes. I'm Amanda Dugan.
And I'm Will DuPree. We'll see you back here tomorrow.